Alright YouTube, this is Joe here at Rusty Mountain. It's time for a Corvair update. Let's see what's going on. So I've been working on this car a lot. Went through the ignition. I did a Vertronics ignition conversion on it. Matching coil, new plug wires, new plugs. I went through both carburetors and rebuilt those and cleaned them, and they were dirty. I got the car running again, and I had a steady miss. No matter what I did, no matter where I adjusted the carburetors, I went over the ignition, checked the timing, did everything. Finally decided it's time to do a compression check. So I did a compression check, found good compression on 5 cylinders, and as you can see in that number 4 cylinder, nothing. So I started delving into the problem, figure out why, and this is what I found after I pulled the valve cover off. Broken push rod. So why a broken push rod? Well, stuck valve. So I got the rocker arm off, and I see no damage other than the stuck valve. So where does that put me? At this point, I'm looking at pulling ahead and rebuilding it, and if I'm going to do one side, I'm going to do the other. So I decided to try some maybe unconventional methods. What did I have to lose at this point? So I got the rocker arm off, like I said. It was this number 4 intake valve that was stuck. I ended up spraying the top of this valve with seafoam deep creep, letting it sit for a little while. And I came out and I tapped on the back of this valve, top of this valve, with a soft hammer. And I was able to work the valve in. It would move in, but it wouldn't come back out. So I moved it in as far as I could, sprayed it again, let it sit. I took a pry bar and actually got behind it under the spring and pried the valve back out. Did the same process again. The second time, when I got the valve all the way in, it walked back out itself. Sprayed it. Made this tool here out of just some scrap that I had laid in the garage. And I started spraying the valve, working it in, letting it come back. Spray the valve, working it in, letting it come back. And whatever was holding this valve up, I think it's good to go now, honestly. So I made a phone call, got some parts coming, which actually came. I have them already, and we're going to put them in today. Push rod, obviously the gaskets I need, and hopefully get this thing running right once and for all and be able to drive it. So, show you what I got. California Corvair again. I got valve cover gaskets, got some new seals for the tops of the carburetors I forgot to order last time. I got a few push rods. I went ahead and ordered a couple extra just in case I find another one that's bent. I'm going to actually go through them all when I lash the valves. I bought them used. I didn't see a reason in buying a new set for an old engine with an old cam and everything else. So we're going to get these in today, get the valves lashed, get this thing fired up. Okay, here we are a couple hours later. I got all the valves adjusted, new push rod back in. Gonna get this thing ready to fire up here soon. The weather's changing on me though. I think we have some rain moving in, so we'll see if we'll get to maybe get this car actually on the road today. If I'm lucky. Let's see. Well, we're driving it for the first time. I still am having a really hard time getting this car to idle, stay idling. But with a little RPM, it's just fine. I just cleaned the carburetors the second time and went through them. The idle circuits are clear. Just a little baffled by it. It's got to be in the carburetors at this point, I think, somehow. But the car drives good. It doesn't miss under load. It doesn't buck. It doesn't stumble. But it does not want to idle. So I'm not, you know, back to the drawing board on that part. I'm keeping it idling with the pedal. Car actually drives good though. Steering wheel's not straight. So that matches all my other vehicles perfectly. I think that's going to be it for this episode. Next time we might dive into these carburetors again, or just totally replace them all together. Really not sure at this point. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. More videos to come.